No, nice to him, Critic. Today we're going to be breaking down the CW's planned schedule for the 2020-2021 season. It's been a while since I've done a CW video, and I wanted to do another one. There will be more reviews coming out. I plan on doing an Arrow review, which should be coming out in the next week or so, and then a Flash Season 6 review, which probably won't be out until next month. I'm watching it concurrently as it airs in the UK rather than as it's aired in America, so I know Season 6 is just concluded in America, and a lot of people got their reviews out, but my review will be a bit later, and it will be coming out next month. But there will be some other videos in between. We're also going to be breaking down the synopsis for The Flash Season 7, which I don't think has any spoilers for me in it, but if it does, oh well, we're going to cover it. So moving in to the CW schedule, they've announced that they won't be returning, the seasons won't be returning until 2021. That's due to the current pandemic that's all around the world. I'm not going to get into that too much, but as you know, the CW have had to cut their season short, so The Flash was only 18 or 19 episodes this season, compared to its usual 22. I believe Batwoman and Supergirl had their finales last night, and those were cut short. But we have air dates for some of the CW shows. We don't have them for all of them, but I think we have them for 3 or 4. 4, yeah. So Mondays at between 9 and 10 p.m. on the CW, there will be Black Lightning. This is starting in January 2021. Then on Tuesdays between 8 and 9, there is The Flash, followed up between 9 and 10, Superman and Lois, which is their new TV show, obviously focusing around Tyler Hoechlin and Lois Lane. So that's kind of picking up from where Crisis on Infinite Earths, Elseworlds, and all of their episodes they've prepared to Supergirl left off. We also have a confirmed return date for Batwoman, which is on the Sundays at 8-9. I believe that was the slot it was in this season as well, for season 1. So, yeah, we've got a bit of time to wait now. A lot of people are going to be looking at it as a negative thing. I don't think it's a negative thing, mainly because if we have a longer break, they're going to have more time to get better writing, get a more solid story, and more of an idea of what they want to do for a season arc, and maybe even we might get less fillers. Who knows? It's just the way the CW structure their seasons. Having it be 22 episodes standard means that the arc will only last for a certain amount of episodes, and then the rest is just fluff or filler. They don't need them. A normal season could just be like 15, 16, 17 episodes. Legends of Tomorrow has proven that, which, again, we don't have air dates for Legends of Tomorrow or Supergirl right now, so we don't know what's happening with those. They did get renewed a while back, but there's no air date or return date for those. So, it's gonna be interesting. Now we're gonna move into the Flash Season 7 synopsis, which a lot of people are speculating about. I'm gonna give my opinions on what people are speculating about for this synopsis as well, but we're gonna go over it now. So, Barry Allen lived a normal life as a perfectly tardy CSI in the Central City Police Department. Barry's life changed forever when Stardust's particle accelerator exploded, creating a dark matter lightning storm that struck Barry, bestowing him with super speed and making him the fastest man alive. The Flash. After a thrilling cliffhanger which saw the new alive Flash after new alive Mirror Master Alfred Dorr victorious and still at large within Central City, the Flash must regroup in order to stop her and find a way to make contact with his missing wife, Iris West. So, spoilers for the finale, Iris still gets trapped in the mirror world. I didn't expect that to be concluded anyway. So, with help with the rest of Team Flash, which includes superheroes Caitlin Snow, Cisco Ramon, and Ralph Dibny, as well as Nash Wells, and Joe West, Miss Attorney Cecile Horton, and tough club reporter Allegra Garcia, and a brilliant tech nerd, Chester P. Runk, the Flash will ultimately defeat Mirror Master, but in doing so, he will unleash an even more powerful and devastating threat upon Central City. One that threatens to tear his team and his marriage apart. Now, sorry for the start. I will have I would have had it on screen when I was reading that out. But the main thing that everybody is focusing in on is the last part of after the Flash defeats Mirror Master, he's going to release something else upon Central City, and a lot of people are theorizing that that could be Eddie, and he'll be Cobalt Blue. So Obviously, in the comics, if you didn't know, Cobalt Blue was Barry's twin brother who got separated from him at birth and who was actually ended up being raised by the Fawns. So, Eobard's mother and Barry's mother, I believe, were both in Eobard's ancestor and Barry's mother were both in hospital at the same time, and Eobard's mother had a miscarriage, and so instead of just telling her that she had a miscarriage and the baby was dead, the doctors instead swapped one of Nora Allen's babies and gave it to the Fawns, and then he ended up being raised by the Fawns, and he became Cobalt Blue. And obviously Barry, and we knew he was raised. What happens with Barry? So I think what people are theorizing here is that we're gonna get that, but instead of having the Cobalt Blue that we knew in the comics, it's gonna be replaced with Eddie Fawn, and we're gonna get a revelation that Eddie Fawn is actually related to Barry, and then the Flash is even more weird because not only is technically Barry and Iris like adoptive brother and sister, which is weird. It's not illegal, but it's weird. But then, Iris was going to marry Barry's brother, who technically isn't adopted in terms of it's confusing, and the way the CW and the way they set up the first 5 seasons of the Flash really makes this weird if they do Cobalt Blue. But at the same time, my thoughts on this are that this whole will tear the marriage apart and will unleash a new evil, and Team Flash will have to band together. This is a generic ass description for any rogue that is in the Flash gallery. Any of them can threaten Barry and Iris' marriage. We've seen that for the past 6 seasons. Well, since season 4, sorry, the past 3 seasons since they got married. Hell, Nazis threatened Barry and Iris' marriage before they even got married. And that wasn't related to, well, it was related to Reverse Flash, but it was, you get the point. It could be a whole multitude of different villains. It doesn't need to be Cobalt Blue, it could be anybody. Would I like it to be Cobalt Blue? Yes, absolutely. Especially with the new showrunner. The new showrunner is actually a fan of the comics, and if anybody was to adapt Cobalt Blue into the TV show, it would be him that I trust to do it. Or, well, him or Jeff Johns, because Jeff Johns seems to understand the Flash really well, hence season 1 being so good. But currently, he is on the show. He is the person I trust most to adapt these comic books, and he's done a fantastic job adapting Black Hole. I don't know how well he plays Godspeed. I haven't got back to Godspeed yet, but he did a fantastic job doing Black Hole in the show. Bloodwork. The fact that Bloodwork's casting and Bloodwork's performance was shout out by, I think, Joshua Williamson actually brought it up, who was the person who created the comic book, who originated with, originated him. It just goes to show what happens when you actually get somebody in who knows what they're doing, who knows how to adapt something accurately. So I'm really hoping going into the Flash season 7 that we continue down this road of comic book accuracy, of good writing, first of all. And obviously we've known recently that Grant Gustin has also been in talks. He said that he's looking to extend his contract up to season 9 at the minimum. So my personal thoughts on that as well is that I believe that the Flash can go on as long as Grant Gustin wants to do it. But I believe 10 seasons is a good stopping point for the show. As soon as it hits 10 seasons, 10 years, granted we don't know the Crisis thing, which I'll get into another video, but 10 seasons, having Reverse Flash as the main villain in season 10, and that ultimately being how Barry dies and becomes the lightning bolt that strikes him, that would be perfectly poetic, perfect way to end off the show. So yeah, that would be how I end off the Flash. And that will wrap up this video. Let me know what you think of the CW's new schedule in the comment section below. If you're happy about it, what you think about waiting until January, and what you think of the Flash synopsis. Where do you think it's going to go? Do you think it's going to be Cobalt Blue, or do you think it's going to be another villain? Personally, like I said, I think it's going to be another villain. But leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.